So instead of writing all the dots, I will just write the numbers here. Protons, number of protons here is Hello students, in this video we are going to talk about the structure of atom, what are shells, what is a nucleus in an atom, and what are the subatomic particles, their location, where they are located in the atom, and the electronic configuration of various elements with examples we are going to see. So first of all, structure of atom. Atom is composed of shells around the nucleus. Nucleus is at the center of the atom and it has shells around it like this. Shells around it like this. So if I may say, this is the structure of oxygen atom. Oxygen atom, and the oxygen atom has the oxygen element has the electronic configuration of 8, 16. It can be represented as 8, 16, where 8 is the atomic number, 16 is the mass number. So what do these shells represent? The shells contain the electrons revolving around the nucleus. This is the nucleus which contains protons and neutrons, and the shells contain electrons revolving around the nucleus. So there are shells within the atom in which the electrons revolve around the nucleus, and the nucleus contains the protons and the neutrons. The subatomic particles such as protons and neutrons reside in the nucleus, and the subatomic particles, electrons which are negatively charged, they revolve around the nucleus in shells. The positively charged particles, that are protons, reside in the nucleus. Neutrons are neutral in nature, they don't have any charge, so the nucleus is positively charged, whereas the shells are having negative charges, that is electrons, which revolve around them. And hence, one more thing we need to know, that within an atom the number of protons is always equal to number of electrons. That's why the atom is electrically neutral always. The atom is electrically neutral always. So in an oxygen atom we are having 8 protons, 8 electrons. So now the question arises, how are these electrons distributed in these shells? Protons are residing here, 8 protons, 8 neutrons. They are composing the nucleus of oxygen atom. But how are the electrons residing in the shells here? Now just pause this video and think over it. Do all the electrons of oxygen atom reside in the first shell, or do all of them reside in the second shell? Or is there any particular pattern or formula according to which these many electrons reside in the first shell and these many electrons are residing in the second shell? Is there any fixed formula for this? We will see just in a moment. So that formula gives us the electronic configuration of the elements. Let us see now the electronic configuration. Let us now see the electronic configuration of oxygen. So the electrons, number of electrons residing in a particular shell, this first shell we call as K, the second shell we call as L, the third shell will be M, the fourth shell will be N. So the number of shells are, first is K shell, second is L shell, third is M shell, fourth is N shell, and number of electrons in a particular shell is decided by the formula 2n square. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, where n is the number of shell. The first shell will have how many electrons according to this formula? 2 into 1 square, that is 2 into 1 square is 1. 1 into 2, 2. The second shell will have how many electrons? I'll pause for a second. You try to calculate this. Yes, can you do it? Yes, it is 2 square, that is 4. 4 into 2, that is 8 electrons in the second shell. And the third shell will have 2 into 3 square, that is 9. And the fourth shell will have how many electrons? That you can calculate and put it in the comment section below. And so one more thing you must remember, that the number of electrons that we have calculated here is the maximum capacity of that shell. That means the K shell will have a maximum of 2 electrons. The L shell will have a maximum of 8 electrons. And the M shell will have a maximum of 18 electrons. It is not necessary that each and every element will have the third shell with 18 electrons. It is the maximum capacity of that shell. If that shell is filled, यानी अगर थर्ड शेल किसी एलिमेंट का फिल हो रहा है तो वो एलिमेंट फिल होने के बाद जो रिमेनिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं वो फोर्थ शेल में जाएंगे. दे विल नॉट बी अकोमोडेटेड इन द थर्ड शेल. 18 से ज्यादा अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन हो रहे हैं तो फोर्थ शेल में जाएंगे. इस तरीके से अगर सेकेंड शेल में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आना है, मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी सेकेंड शेल की 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, और अगर उस एलिमेंट के 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन से ज्यादा हो रहे हैं सेकेंड शेल में तो वो एलिमेंट के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फिल करने के बाद सेकेंड शेल में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फिल करने के बाद रिमेनिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स थर्ड शेल में जाएंगे. वो कैसे होता है हम पहले ऑक्सीजन का एग्जांपल देखेंगे, उसके बाद हम वैसे एग्जांपल भी देखेंगे जहां पे द नंबर ऑफ शेल्स इज मोर देन 2. सो पहले ऑक्सीजन का देखते हैं. हाउ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन एन ऑक्सीजन एटम. लेट अस सी दिस. Let us see how electrons are distributed in oxygen atom. Pardon. Okay, so excuse me. Let us see now how electrons are distributed in oxygen atom. Oxygen we will represent again like this. Here any element is represented by this formula where Z is the atomic number, A is the mass number. Here for oxygen, Z is equal to 8, A is equal to 16. Here Z means number of protons of the element, number of protons present in the atom of the element, and hence we can say that oxygen has 8 protons, and also it gives us the indication of number of electrons in its atom, its shell. So from this we can calculate now number of electrons in the first shell of oxygen atom. We know that the maximum capacity of the first shell is 2 into 1 square, that is 2 electrons. So the number of electrons present in the first shell of oxygen atom is 2, and the number of electrons present in the second shell. Now just think over it. I'll pause this video for a moment. You can pause this video for a moment and think over it. I'll give you 5 seconds. How many electrons will be there in the second shell of oxygen atom? Will it be 8 electrons or will it be 10 electrons? What will be the number of electrons present in the second shell of oxygen atom? Hope you have figured it out. So listen here. Oxygen has 8 electrons in its shell, in its atom. Okay, oxygen has 8 electrons in its atom. 2 electrons we have already accommodated in the first shell. 2 electrons we have already accommodated in the first shell. So how many electrons are remained? 8 minus 2, that is 6 electrons are remained, which have to be accommodated in the higher shell. The higher shell is the L shell or the second shell. In this shell we have to accommodate the remaining 6 electrons, because 2 plus 6 becomes 8. So we have to accommodate the remaining 6 electrons in the second shell this way. So the electronic configuration of oxygen becomes 2, 6. The electronic configuration of oxygen atom becomes 2, 6. This way the oxygen atom has got 6 electrons in its outer shell. This is the electronic configuration of oxygen atom, and we will see one more example and we will wrap up this video. One more example we will see, that of sodium atom, our very favorite element, that is because first of all it is very highly reactive, and second of all it is present in our salt, common salt that we eat, जो हम नमक खाते हैं. So let us see now. Sodium Na, you can see it in the periodic table. Its atomic number is 11, its mass number is 23. So for electronic configuration, its atomic number is critical, atomic number is important. So again we have to see how we can distribute the electrons in particular shells of sodium atom. So we can see that first shell will accommodate a maximum of 2 electrons. The remaining electrons, now the remaining electrons are 9. So we will have to look for another higher shell, that is the second shell will now accommodate the remaining electrons. Now the remaining electrons are 8 electrons. So actually you can recall a few minutes back I had told you that maximum capacity of the second shell is 8 electrons. So the sodium atom will have 8 electrons in its second shell, and Now you can add up 2 plus 8, that is 10. So the remaining 1 electron will go into the third shell, and hence we will have the electronic configuration like this, 2, 8, 1, and the structure of atom will look like this. This is nucleus, this is the first shell, this is the second shell, this is the third shell. So instead of writing all the dots, I will just write the numbers here. Protons, number of protons here is 11. What about number of neutrons? Number of protons we are writing, number of neutrons we will write in a moment. Number of electrons present in the first shell, 2. Number of electrons present in the second shell, 8. And number of electrons present in the third shell, that is 1. So this way K, L, M shells are filled in a sodium atom. And we also need to find out the other factor, that is mass number. We know that mass number A is equal to protons plus neutrons, number of protons and number of neutrons. Atomic mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. So if we want to know the number of neutrons, we have here the number of the mass number we have, that is 23, is equal to protons are 11, so we can get number of neutrons, that is N is equal to 12 here in the case of sodium atom. So this way we can depict the structure of atom. Hope you have understood this thoroughly and try to figure out the structure of, as a homework I am giving you the structure of phosphorus and aluminium as homework. Hope you like this video. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment section. I will bring clarity to you people, and keep continue watching my videos, and I'll keep bringing such videos for you people during this lockdown period. Take benefit of this lockdown period to learn something new always, and keep enjoying the learning, and keep watching my videos on my channel Innovate Education, and put a like. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.